I grew up in a working class migrant family that had enough means to provide for us children, but there was actually a time when an accident drove us to near poverty. Living as an alien in a different land was already hard enough, but imagine if you were an alien family and was riddled with debts due to unfortunate circumstances. When I was younger, we got into a suspicious car accident. A lawyer had crashed into our parked car while we were inside the supermarket. Even though it was his fault, he filed a case against us, and with limited means to support our fight, we lost the case. My parents worked at dead-end jobs and our family survived from paycheck to paycheck. Most of our money went to the apartment rent and we didn't have much savings apart from an emergency fund we reserved for health emergencies. We were forced to pay all that money to the lawyer to compensate him for damages. My father even tried to borrow money from a lot of family friends, except he was scared that he couldn't pay them back, so he backed out. We instead put out some of our belongings as collateral, including my parents' life insurance policies. This was terrible because now we had no safety net if something were to happen to any of us in the family. One day we had a family meeting and our parents confessed to us that they couldn't support our education any longer. We were children, so we didn't completely understand the gravity of their situation at that time. So we cried and pleaded to no effect. They told us if we wanted to continue studying, we needed to find part-time jobs that adolescents could do so we can pay for our own education. At that point, I was a sheltered middle-class kid who couldn't do any laborious work. I knew the basic chores and I knew how to cook eggs. But that was pretty much it. Everything else was unfamiliar territory. One afternoon, I went to the neighborhood convenience store owned by a fellow migrant who happened to be more successful. For some reason, I was attracted to a peculiar bracelet he had lying around on the corner. It wasn't for sale. He had intended to throw it away because he believed it would just bring the store bad luck. He says his brother-in-law, who recently came from a Hong Kong business trip, bought it from a Feng Shui master. The convenience store owner didn't believe in Feng Shui, however, and even claimed the old man was a phony. The owner then offered to give it to me if I would agree to work in a convenience store for a week. Opportunities like those didn't easily come by, so I grabbed that opportunity. I knew from the beginning that what I felt about that bracelet wasn't fake. It enabled me to strive to work harder. After I cleared the week, I took multiple jobs to put myself to school. Eventually, I reached the zenith. I reached law school. I became a lawyer, and with my success, I was finally able to pay off all our debts and helped my parents retire. When I had time, I would moonlight as a motivational speaker and tell everyone about my success and the secrets of these bracelets, hoping the powers of this charm can also lead them to prosperous lives. I would later learn that the bracelet is called the Feng Shui Black Obsidian Wealth Bracelet, and it was bought in Hong Kong from a Feng Shui master who only sold it in person. Feng Shui is a pseudoscience originating from China. It claims to use energy forces to harmonize individuals with their surrounding environment. The art of Feng Shui is used to optimize abundance and prosperity of every kind, wealth, relationships, career success, health, and overall well-being. Apparently, even other educated people relied on Feng Shui so they could get through their studies and become successful. A colleague of mine finally got the professional job he wanted after he listened to my advice to buy the bracelet. Another colleague was recently celebrating for her PhD thesis and qualified for a doctorate. She sent me a graduation photo, and even during the ceremonies, she was wearing the bracelet. How does it work? By combining the mythical creature Pea with the natural stone black obsidian, it greatly enhances the flow of positive energy, especially in the area of wealth. The Pea is said to help attract wealth, while the black obsidian is responsible for keeping and safeguarding. Each bracelet is carefully handmade and had to go through rituals to bless the bracelet with good energy. Here is how to wear it properly. First, you need to wear the bracelet on your dominant hand, the hand you use for writing. You also need to make sure that the head of the Pea is turned outwards to draw energy from all directions. Before and while you are wearing it, remember to touch it frequently. This lets it know that you are the master and it should assist you. Do not allow others to touch it. If someone else does, don't forget to cleanse it with water. Do not wear it while bathing, as it is incompatible with dirty things. Other than all the points mentioned, all you need to do is to wear it and let it work for you. An opportunity may be right in front of us, but oftentimes we ignore it because we are too anxious to believe in it. I believed in the bracelet and took that opportunity. So, this is my story, and I want you to believe and enable yourself to grab that opportunity. Just click on the Shop Now button to get yours and experience a more empowering life today.